Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 1st. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you this week. And Gemini, it already looks good. You have the Empress coming up, the Six of Swords, definitely moving on to calmer shores here. Three of Pentacles, two Wands as your center card as well, or the Three of Wands, sorry. Wheel of Fortune, amazing. And the Magician, I like this a lot for you here, Gemini. So let's see what we get going on for you. You start off with the Enlightenment card, so I do feel like some of you could be being enlightened to something. Your first row here definitely looks like clarity to me as well. You have the Empress, this is like a new life coming in for you here because you have the Moon and the Six of Swords. The Moon can represent kind of things that are hidden. It can represent certain mysteries or mysterious things that you could be dealing with or encountering. And so I do feel like some of you could be, it's almost like you are being enlightened as to why something you had to go through an experience here in the past. And that's kind of what I have for you. In this row, you have the Empress, the Moon, and the Six of Swords. So this to me looks like moving on energy in a lot of ways. Even the Empress is going from winter to spring. So again, that could represent improvements. You have the Moon as well. The Moon also represents a temporary period of time. So the Moon can represent having faced some fears or gone through something difficult or challenging, but it is a temporary period of time. Again, it just represents a period of time where you will be kind of like moving forward. It also could represent can represent kind of a rite of passage because the Fool has to travel through the Moon in the tarot. In the Moon, there's normally a path on a traditional Rider-Waite Moon card, and it kind of represents the Fool's journey, the Fool taking that path of fears and resistance and all sorts of things. And you have the Six of Swords as well, which is a rite of passage. So I feel like for some of you, this is like some sort of difficulty or challenge. This is coming up in your past position as well. So I feel like this is something that you went through in the past, and I feel like it could be leading to something great. For some of you, I do feel like this could be also kind of like breakup type energy. Not really a breakup, but again, some of you could be like a moving on, more of a moving on energy. Next, you have the Canary Spirit. This card says sing your own song. So in a lot of ways, I think you're becoming more independent with this card. So I feel like some of you, this is just independence or you becoming more independent at this time. I feel like some of you could be kind of like more doing your own thing with this card as well, which I feel is going to be really good for you, Gemini. So I really like to see this. For others, I feel like there's like a lot of teamwork. For some reason, what's popping into my head is like leadership. This is not a card of leadership, or it's not even a card of taking the lead, but I do feel like some of you could be taking the lead, or it's like you are a leader in a certain situation in your life. So I feel like in a lot of ways, I feel like you could be taking the lead here in your life. In this row, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So again, I feel like some of you could be leading a group, or you could be kind of like guiding a group here, which would be nice. And, I feel like you could be almost getting credit here. Again, you have the Four of Pentacles here, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles in this row. So I feel like some of you could be getting credit for taking the lead in a situation. Also with that Three of Wands as well, that could represent, it's coming up as your center card. And this could represent some sort of long journey that you have been on, or some sort of like long journey, something that you're waiting for is what's popping into my head. So I feel like some of you could almost be getting news, or you could be getting information here that you've been waiting for a very long period of time. And I feel like that will be very good for you. For others, again, you have this Three of Pentacles. This, to me here, this whole row, looks like there is a focus on quality. So I feel like a lot of you are more focusing on quality situations in your life. And this could be in business. It could be in your love life. It could be in pretty much anything. But this looks pretty interesting here, Gemini. Sorry about that, Gemini. Something happened with my video, but anyway, I think we were talking about this middle row here. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. Number one, plain and simple, I feel like some of you could just be taking the lead on a project here. And I feel like there will be a lot of success, by the way, if you do that. For others, this to me looks like just wanting more quality experiences in your life, or wanting to experience more quality in your life in general. So I think that's what we were talking about. In your last row here, you have the Come to the Edge card. This is a card about pushing yourself outside outside your comfort zone. And it says that there will be a lot of success if you push yourself. So I feel like it would be a good time for you to push yourself with this card. In this row, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. This to me literally looks like a change in your fortunes. I do feel like, again, I get like breakup energy here for some reason in this first row. So I do feel like some of you could have experienced like a breakup or a separation recently, Gemini. I feel like this Five of Pentacles is saying like you could feel left out in the cold. That Wheel of Fortune is a turnaround. That Wheel of Fortune is like a lot of luck. And the Wheel of Fortune is also destiny, or your destiny in your life. You also have this Magician card, which is like a new beginning. Magician represents needing to take action on something, needing to take action towards a new beginning, or needing to have some sort of new beginning as well. So I feel like this is like a new beginning. The other thing I will say here, Gemini, is that both these cards kind of represent your vibes in a lot of ways. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, normally has like a snake on the left-hand side of the Wheel of Fortune, and it represents your vibrations, the vibes you're giving off. It kind of says you determine the direction that the wheel spins. It can turn in your favor, or it can turn, against your favor. The Magician is about kind of like using your powers of manifestation to attract what you want. So I do feel like this week your vibes will kind of determine how successful you are. So I would definitely keep it positive. Your archetype for the week is the Judge. I'm just getting the word fairness here on this card, so I feel like there's a lot of fairness. I feel like there's a lot more balance returning to your life here as well, Gemini. I feel like for some of you, it's like you could be waiting, or you could have been waiting for something to manifest in your life. It could be pretty much anything. And I feel like this is whatever you've been waiting for. It's kind of like saying there's more fairness in manifestation. And that's the message just popping into my head. So it's like maybe you're putting energy into manifest things that you desire, and it's like you're kind of getting the energy back. So let's clarify this here. Between the Empress and the Four of Pentacles here, you have the Snake. This card is called the Queen of Clubs. How funny is it that I said on this Wheel of Fortune, there's normally a snake, and it represents your vibes. The Queen of Clubs is a card of seduction in the Lenormand card reading system, and it can represent getting seduced or being seduced away from something in your life. But I feel like this could have been a person for some reason. I feel like some of you could be feeling left out in the cold here by a person who is like seduced away from you by this Snake card. For others, this is actually a really good card if you work in business and you are trying to like sell something, or if you work in sales even, or anything like that. Next, between this Moon card and the Three of Wands, you have the Scythe. This is the Jack of Diamonds. And again, this card can also represent a separation, or it can kind of represent a breakup as well. So I do feel like some of you could have experienced a separation or a breakup with this card. For others, this could just be a move as well. So I do feel like some of you could have moved, and especially with that Three of Wands. The Three of Wands can just represent movement as well. Next, between the Six of Swords and this Three of Pentacles, you have the Birds. This is the Seven of Diamonds. And the Birds kind of represents communication. The Birds is a card that represents your inner voice. And you have this Canary spirit up here. It's very similar. So I feel like some of you need to listen to your inner voice here, Gemini. I feel like you could be getting a lot of like internal messages, or it's almost like you are hearing messages inside yourself, or in your dreams, or in your daydreams. This card does represent like messages in your daydreams or in your dreams at night. So I would pay attention to your intuition this week. Next, between the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, you have the Garden. This card is the Eight of Spades. What's really crazy, Gemini, is when I first started reading, you used to get this card all the time. The Eight of Spades is a card of like needing a vacation, needing a break. You even had this the other night, and I was talking about this to you, how maybe just some of you need a vacation, maybe some of you just need a break, and I would take that break with this card, or I would take the vacation. Next, between the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Dog. This is the Ten of Hearts in the playing card reading system, and this card represents loyalty. So I do feel like some of you could be finding someone or meeting someone who is loyal to you. This definitely could be in love or in a relationship in general. So I do feel like this could be love. For others, this card is just fortune after difficulty. It's just improvements after a difficult period of time, which again, really, your reading is kind of like one message here, like I think most readings are. To me, your reading is just talking about improvements. You have the Empress going from winter to spring, improvements in your life. The moon is a difficult card, but the moon represents a temporary period of time. It doesn't represent something that's permanent. So I feel like just fortune after difficulty. And finally, you have between the Three of Pentacles and this Magician, you have the key. This is the Eight of Diamonds. This card literally says you have the keys, all the tools, talents, gifts, skills, and abilities necessary to be extremely successful in everything or anything that you want this week, Gemini. So really, I feel like your reading is very simple this week. I feel like it's very straightforward. I love it. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's just saying you can have whatever you want. So I feel like you literally just need to use your powers of manifestation to attract the things you want. There's really nothing, I mean, to me, it's a very general reading as well, which is kind of weird. I haven't had a reading like this where, to me, it's kind of like talking about just everything. But it looks really good. So thank you for watching, Gemini, and definitely enjoy your week.